that the oral tradition of retelling these stories is a magnificent one. I mean, David was intrigued by it from an early age in terms of the oral history passed down by Zulus. And when one considers that their language only became written after 1900, the oral tradition of handing down these stories verbally is for us a very important repository of information from the Zulu perspective. And I think that the art of storytelling, with our information overload and entertainment overload as it is today, is becoming a dying art form. And I think that much of the appeal of our stories here rests simply in the power of a story well told. There are a myriad reasons why this day in British history is so important. The first is that the British Army, at the height of her Victorian power, suffered an ignominious defeat at Isandlwana at the hand of an enemy they termed howling savages armed with sticks. It's hard to believe that in the middle of that battle the sun went dark in a 70% eclipse. I've always been intrigued by the notion that as the sun set on the British Empire's military career, there would be overhead a 70% eclipse of the sun. Secondly, as if that drama is not enough for one afternoon, a large force of Zulus who felt denied the thick of the fight at Isandlwana ran on to attack Rorks Drift. Now, Rorks Drift at the time comprised little more than a mission station and a hospital. There were 139 British soldiers present, 35 of whom were sick as patients in the hospital. And that little band of 139 held out all night against 4,000 Zulus to see the award of 11 Victoria Crosses and 5 Distinguished Conduct Medals. And out of the crucible of these two great fights, an understanding around the world about Zulu people that leads to the psychology today. If you walk down sidewalks in Britain and ask young people, old people alike, who's the great dignified warrior nation of Africa? They'll tell you straight away the Zulus. Walk into a cockpit of an aircraft anywhere in the world and Z in the alphabet is still represented by Zulu. It has of course been immortalized in the minds of the British by the grand old classic movie Zulu that launched the career of Michael Caine. But there is a great number of reasons why the 22nd of January 1879 is so prominently remembered in British and of course world history around the world today.